Hey everybody, welcome in. Today we are reviewing Donkey Kong Bananza. In this video I'm just going to kind of go through some of the features and aspects of the game that you might not be aware of, and just kind of show you some of the gameplay to kind of explain what I'm talking about. So in reality this should have been the launch game for the Switch 2 instead of Mario Kart World. No disrespect to Mario Kart World, I love that game too, and I'll probably do a video on that one at some point, but this game is a very rich experience for the Switch 2. It's got a lot of single-player fun in it. You can do a little bit of co-op, which I'll go over later on. But as far as just a good Nintendo game to sit down and just have fun with, this is the one that should have came out with the Switch 2. But if you're getting into the Switch 2 from now moving forward, you won't really have to worry about that. This is a title that is worth picking up for sure. So I'm going to get right into some of the content and features that you can expect from this and kind of get an idea of whether it's something you'd be interested in or not. So what we're going to be seeing here is a particular part of the game where you get to go into this special little zone and you get to do the Kong Bananza for an unlimited amount of time as long as you're in this area. So you get to have the power up and you get to beat up stuff and you get to blast through all the walls. It is just a small little section where you do just have to find the 5 balloons in order to unlock one of the bananas in this secret level, but there are 3 to find, so you do get to kind of just smash through it and explore and watch this weird little creature punch around the zone. So it is a lot of fun. You don't really have to do much in the way of reading or anything like that. You can kind of just feel your way through it if you just punch around enough. So there's not really an age restriction per se on this game. Obviously you do have to be able to kind of use a controller and things like that, but as far as like, will this gameplay be hindered by lack of reading, I would not think so. I mean, there are some spots where reading is required, but it's only if you care about the story. If it's a kid that just wants to get on here and play around and smash stuff, I don't think there's any kind of a limitation for that. This game is pretty kid friendly, I would say. It does have violence, obviously, where you're punching, bad guys and stuff like that, but it's not anything like bloody or too ultra violent or anything like that. Usually you're just fighting creatures and things like that. It's not really humanized in any kind of way. So it is just a fun game to go in and just smash stuff. You can smash pretty much everything in a level. There are certain restrictions like materials that won't smash and things like that, but for the most part, if you are powered up enough, you can just crush through anything. In his base form, Donkey Kong cannot punch through that kind of concrete triangle that's on the wall right there. So like the stone and the dirt and stuff like that he can go through, but that kind of like fluorescent looking material that he's punching right there cannot break in his base form. So you do have to use the Kong Bananza to do any kind of smashing. So another cool part about this game is that you can actually do co-op. So there is the ability to do multiple different kinds of co-op. You can do local, where you share a controller, which technically is, you can use 2 separate controllers, which is what me and my daughter did here. It is pretty wild in co-op mode, though. You do just give complete control of Pauline to the second player, which she can do exactly what you're seeing on the screen right here. She can just use her voice to shoot physical words at whatever and absolutely obliterate it. It's not something that we actually went through very much on this, but you can copy materials as well. So like any of the stone or gold, you can actually copy that, and that's the material she'll shoot out with her voice. So that is pretty cool. But it can get absolutely chaotic whenever you have a kid that maybe doesn't exactly know how to play games very well, or is just a chaotic spirit and wants to just do all the craziest things they possibly can. So you can just get a screen full of onomatopoeia going on, where you just have sound effect words crashing through everything. Thankfully, I did kind of tell my daughter I wanted to I wanted to kind of chill out for this part, but once we get into this next section with the boss, she does kind of get a little free with it. You can kind of see the effect that will have on the game. But the co-op mode is really fun. Like, you can switch it up and go back and forth where one of you controls Donkey Kong and the other one controls Pauline, just to kind of mix it up and give each of you a kind of a chance to see what both play like. So there are bosses in this game as well, as you can see from the screen. They are kind of enhanced combat encounters that you can go into, and you'll see that me and my daughter are playing co-op. So she actually is controlling Pauline, and I'm running around as Donkey Kong. So she does have the ability to just shoot constantly. There's no limitation. I think you can only have a certain number on the screen, but once they hit, you can pretty much fire endlessly. And as you see, it is damaging the boss, so it does give you the ability to let them actually do something. So, see, I'm doing some crowd control as Donkey Kong, where I'm attacking the little guys and kind of just cleaning up the weird little octopus guys that will suck your health out if they get on your back. So, my daughter is pretty well doing most of the work on this, as you can see from here. So Pauline is very powerful. It's not kind of like Mario Odyssey, where you're just a hat and you kind of have a limited role. This, you can't really move around a lot, but you are still very powerful, which I think is kind of what they were going for. So it does give you a very strong presence in the co-op gameplay, where you're not just kind of along for the ride. You do actually get to interact with the environment and kind of play a pretty massive role. So another aspect of Donkey Kong Bananza is the shops. So there are items and customization items that you can buy. So there's fur colors, there's pants, there's ties, there's clothes for Pauline. They do have their own abilities that do come with them, but for most people, it's just going to be the cosmetic, uh, as far as how Donkey Kong will look. And then you just go to this little changing area, and it will actually let you go through the wardrobe and see what you have unlocked, and change those clothes. So you can see Pauline can match DK as far as what he's wearing, and you can also change the fur color depending on what he's wearing. You can mix and match those items. So it does kind of give you some fun stuff to collect and aim for if you're into that sort of thing. If you like to kind of, if you're a completionist and you want to unlock all that stuff, then you're going to have to smash through a lot of these levels to find those fossils and kind of get all that stuff unlocked. So another aspect of this game is skill points. So it is kind of a little bit of a complex system, as far as it's more complex than like Mario Odyssey, where you just kind of collected moons and went through the game. This, as you collect the banana gems, they will actually give you a skill point for every 5 that you collect. So you'll see here there is a whole menu of things that you can unlock, from more health to more damage to like ground surfing. There's just a ton of stuff that you can do with the skill points they give you. So you can get as complicated with this or as simplistic. It will actually give you suggested ability upgrades with that little star icon. So that's just kind of the basic route to go. The game will just kind of tell you, hey, do this, if you just want to kind of plug and play and move through this screen as fast as possible. So it is kind of another sort of upgrade in my mind over Mario Odyssey, where you do kind of have a little more control over how you progress through the game. So I thought that was pretty neat. All right, so that's going to be it for today. This game, if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 for buyability, I'd put it at about a 9. I've played a bunch of games. I haven't really reviewed many, so this one is something that I enjoyed pretty well immediately. I did kind of have a lot of info on it beforehand where I'd seen reviews and things like that, but just from getting my hands on it myself and actually experiencing it, I was not let down. This is something that could, if you've been on the fence about getting a Switch 2, this could be the game that you say go ahead and buy it for. But overall, it is a great game. It's very fun. The only sticking point I've got for the new generation of Nintendo is the price tag. So it is a high price tag for entry. So like the Switch 2 is $450. This game is $70. So obviously you're going to need to plan and budget accordingly. But if money is no object and you kind of have some flexibility, I would say go ahead and pick this up. Alright, that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and look forward to more content from me. Until next time, this is Greystone Gaming signing out.